Now, she talks in this upcoming video about all the precautions she takes when she travels.
As soon as I get to a hotel, no matter what city or state I'm in, I tell them I want to be moved from the room I was pre-booked in. I will not allow anyone to bring bags up to my room. I instantly cover the peephole. I look for lights, I look for red lights, I look to see if there's cameras. I booby-trap my room. I put a piece of paper down by the door so when I leave, if someone comes into the room, I can tell. Even room service, I do not let them bring it in my room.
Sam, you're sighing when you hear that.
I cannot imagine living that way. That's why I say, who are we to discuss the price tag on your well-being? I can't imagine being so paranoid, having to always look behind my shoulder, having to go through this OCD almost type routine in order to live a normal life. That sounds like hell.
And Erica, that's one of the issues with PTSD. It's exhausting. It's exhausting both because your sympathy, your fight or flight mechanism is in high gear all the time, and you start obsessing, having intrusive thoughts, you start worrying all the time. It is exhausting.
It's absolutely exhausting. And I just wanted to say, I love Sam. I missed you. You're so empathic. I love that about you. You really understand always where the victim is coming from and
especially
where
if the
she
victim's
is coming
an animal.
From, and that's
it. Love you, girl. Thanks.
But love you too. But yeah, no, absolutely, Dr. Drew. You're correct in that. It's just like OCD. PTSD is exhausting. It's exhausting being nervous all the time that it's going to happen again. You know what? Chances are 99.999% it's not going to happen again. But you don't think that way. You feel like it is going to happen again, and it really just kind of wrecks your life in a way. So it has a huge impact.
Lonnie?
You know, I guess I'm very practical and realistic, but I'm listening to the things she's doing. I'm thinking, you know, that's actually smart advice for any woman who travels in this day and age,
there's a reason our central nervous system responds the way it does to a traumatic event is it's adaptive. It's adaptive in the sense that we start planning to make sure this thing doesn't happen to us again. But psychologically and neurobiologically and physically, it's still exhausting as hell.
One of the things that I noticed when Erin was talking during her testimony is that it's not even just the fear, it's also the defensiveness that she has. I mean, it's almost as if she's...
good or bad?
Well, no, it's just natural because she's being put on the spot. I mean, even during the course of this conversation, it's like, you're asking for too much money. Did this help you? And so I think that that's one of the things that she's going to be struggling with, sort of being defensive about this attack.
To wrap this up, one of the big experiences of somebody who has these sorts of violations, in spite of it not being her fault, it triggers shame. And shame is a very toxic emotion, and shame is sort of underlying a lot of this stuff. I don't know if she's aware of it or not. Sometimes you're not in touch with it, but there's something, you heard her saying there's something wrong with me, I don't feel good about myself. That's all the shame that is evoked by having been the object of an intrusion.